Good afternoon, everybody. David Paul here in the KHOU 11 Weather Center. It is set up to be a very stormy afternoon and early evening here in Houston and southeast Texas. Yesterday, it looked like our timeline would have storms moving into Harris County and surrounding counties by around 4, 5, 6 o'clock. That timeline is out the window. We're already seeing thunderstorms develop here early in the afternoon in North and East Harris County. There is still also a secondary line of storms that is forming further to the north up here near Bryan College Station to Lufkin. It appears that this is the actual surface frontal boundary, just pushing into our northern counties right now. I think this will eventually become the main line of storms, and we'll take a closer look at that in just a moment. But what has happened is overnight we had thunderstorms develop in Montgomery County, dumped some pretty heavy rain. That has sent out a little bit of an outflow boundary that the afternoon heat has found, and it has exploded into thunderstorms further south and earlier than we had expected. So this is northeast Harris County here. Atascocita, there's Lake Houston. Heavy thunderstorms have moved through the woodlands right now. I don't have any reports of any street flooding of any consequence there, but this is the type of storm that could put down rainfall rates of 2-3 inches per hour, overwhelm primary drainage, and at times cause the streets to pond up very quickly with little or no warning. Also a whole lot of lightning with this. That storm is weakening now as it pushes across Highway 6. That's a pretty harrowing drive across Lake Houston right now on Highway 6. Lightning and thunder in Atascocita proper right now. As far as rain totals out of that, just in the last hour, we had 1.5 inches of rain just south of Dogwood Acres. 1.5 inches of rain just on the north side of Lake Houston, more than 1 inch just north of Dogwood Acres. And so that's the type of really quick, heavy rain that we can expect from time to time as we move through the remainder of the afternoon and the evening. Eastgate had 1/2 inch of rain. Another big cluster of thunderstorms has erupted up here to the north and west. So here's Bryan College Station. There's Beat Eyes. Hello, Navasota, Brenham. And this is, I think, will eventually become our main line of storms. This is developing along our cold front. Not going to make it cold, but it is going to bring the storms. And as that pushes south, we've already got storms developing up here. And so northern portions of Grimes County now expanding rain and thunderstorms. And I expect eventually that, along with the tail end of our frontal boundary. Then this is a big front. It stretches all the way off the east coast. This has allowed much cooler air to come in across the Northeast and the Great Lakes. They've been in the 60s in Chicago and Pennsylvania the past several days. For all intents and purposes, summer is over across the Great Lakes and the East, as that has opened the door to cooler, more fall-like air for them. We won't get a punch of fall air. That's all going to the east with this system. The tail end of this is just going to slowly sag in, and that's what's going to give us the rain today and this evening. And although things may settle down overnight, the tail end of that front, that boundary, is going to stick around for several days and kind of waffle back and forth a little bit. That, combined with some upper level energy and a whole lot of moisture coming in off the Gulf of Mexico, will keep rain chances going for the next week. And I think over the next week, we may bust the drought. That's a definite possibility. Okay, so here's a timeline as best we can give you. It's going to be hit and miss, and it's not going to all come in a perfect line. But as we head into 4 o'clock, the storms up in Grimes County push south toward the Houston Metroplex and the I-10 corridor. As we head towards 6 p.m., this latest run has this main boundary now pushing across portions of Pearland, Friendswood, Galveston County, pushing close to Galveston by 6, 7 o'clock. And then the main line would push off the coast before 10 o'clock, well before 10. We'd be left over with a few scattered showers going into 10 o'clock tonight. Things settle down overnight until around 5:36 in the morning, when the computers want to refire some heavy storms across our coastal counties, Galveston to Crystal Beach and up toward Beaumont. And then watch what happens on Friday. By noon, showers developing again, widespread scattered showers with a pocket or two of a heavy thunderstorm indicated by computer models going into Friday afternoon. So clearly we are moving into a much wetter weather pattern. Combined with last week's rain, we have seen at least some minor improvements in our drought situation, and this is really going to help to put a dent in it as well. How much rain? Pockets of 2 to 4 inches are likely in spots, especially north of I-10 this evening, but you continue through the day on Saturday, and we could see much more rain than that. I wanted to show you this. Across the United States, over the next 5 days, look at the swath of heavy rain right along that frontal boundary, which is just going to park itself along across Texas and the deep south, and really enhance rainfall. We could see widespread heavy rain across the state of Texas over the next 5 to 7 days. That will improve drought conditions, and I think in southeast Texas, I really do think we have a chance to bust the drought, which means we could see 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 inches of rain in spots over the next 7 to 10 days. That it's not out of the question. The only trouble would be we've got to avoid any type of flash flooding, and that is the biggest threat, minor street flooding in some of the heavier downpours this afternoon. That's where we stand right now. Kim and I are live beginning at 4 o'clock on the TV side. We'll have live team coverage as far as the meteorology of the day. We've got crews out covering if there are any troubles on the roadways with flash flooding. So we'll see you for our live update on KHOU 11 News at 4, the 411, and again at 5 and again at 6. And of course, a complete wrap up on KHOU 11 News at 10. We will see you at 4 o'clock for our next live update.